Welcome to Trekyards Data File, where we take a look at a ship from the Star Trek universe and give you all the relative facts and specifications. Today you have access to Klingon D7, first introduced in the Star Trek original series episode, Alon of Troyes. Initiating data file, transferring to monitor. Kapla.
Accessing file.
The Klingon D7 battlecruiser was designed and built by the Klingon Defense Force and served with distinction in the Klingon Imperial Fleet for many years. This ship eventually became the backbone of the fleet. Soon after, the earliest initial prototypes of this configuration were tested around 2151. Many changes and upgrades were made over the intervening years, with the final production version of the D7 really making its presence felt in the late 2260s as the pride of the Empire.
Later, this design was also used extensively by the Romulans as well, after the Klingon-Romulan Treaty and Technology Exchange of 2267. The Romulans' modified version of this ship was referred to as the V-11 Stormbird, and integrated cloaking technologies as well as other upgrades into its design.
Measuring in at 228 meters in length, the ship had 10 decks in the forward command module and 9 decks in the rear engineering section. A total crew of 430 warriors manned this impressive vessel. Due to the nature of the Klingon culture, not all D7s are the same. Many are modified by their captains, adding weaponry or other systems as designed, so there are no true standard D7s.
The D7 has a typical armament consisting of 2 nacelle-mounted, wide-firing arc disruptor cannons, forward-mounted phaser emitters, and a forward launcher on most models, capable of firing photon torpedoes, magnetic pulses, and large disruptor blasts. Some earlier versions of this design have a forward-facing deflector in place of this launcher, however. Similarly, other versions employ a rear-facing photon torpedo launcher as well.
The ship was equipped with an S2 Graph unit, which was a Klingon equivalent of the Federation's warp core, giving the D7 a standard cruising speed of warp 6, old warp scale, a super cruise speed of warp 8.5, and a maximum warp speed of warp 9 for 12 hours. In addition, the D7's impulse drive consisted of a 4-engine configuration, as opposed to the Federation's 2-style configuration. This drastically increased the ship's maneuverability at sublight speeds.
While some D7s still show up from time to time, eventually the newer Katinga-class ships began replacing the older D7 design. But the D7 had an impressive run, with the ship design finally being retired after almost 200 years of continuous service, sometime around the 2350s.
And that is it for this compact look at the Klingon's impressive D7 design. Please check out other videos on this channel for relaxed discussions, conversations with ship designers, and fully fleshed out ship episodes with more original renders and 3D animations, using the original studio models of all of your favourite Star Trek ships. Always more to see here on Trekyards, so check in often, and be sure to tune in next time for another Trekyards data file.